what's always great when you make videos is sometimes you make 37 videos just to try to be able to get one that works. This is going to be the one, right? Everyone's going to be happy because not only is this going to be the one that works, this is the one that's going to show how you can create a Google Meet using Google Classroom as the link, and then be able to restrict students from being able to access it again later. Okay, so that's a really cool thing that we're going to be working on here. And it's going to work. It's going to be awesome. Everyone's going to love it. Okay, so I'm going to go into create. I could, if I want to do, just go into my Steam and stream and create a post with a link. I would like to do it in classwork. I like to create it as an assignment or a question or something like that. I'm just going to call it the latest meeting, and I'm going to go to add, and I'm going to create it as a link. Now, this link has to be very specifically written, at least the beginning of it. g.co/meet/. Now, this is where you get creative, okay? Because this is where you're going to call that meet whatever you want, okay? So I'm going to call this one attempt 47. That way we know that I've tried to do 47 of these, and I'm having fun with it at this point because you might as well, right? So we're going back into this. Now I've got a meet that's supposed to be signed up for somebody to be able to access, okay? I'm going to say ungraded. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to remove everyone except student. He's going to be the one person I'm going to assign this to. Now, if you did want to assign it to all your students, you could assign it for a date and put a time on it. That way it'll end up in their calendar, not just as an email or anything like that. So boom, I'm going to say 11:45. I don't want students going 11:45 p.m. 11:45 a.m. That's going to be my meeting time. I'm going to hit assign. Now Stu will have this assignment. Okay. I'll scroll down. I'll see in here, this is the latest meeting. I'm going to scroll over here to my buddy Stu. We'll close out account of that. So we can see we've got some stuff going on here, right? I've had a few other attempts at this. That's what we're looking at. You should have an assignment in here eventually too that says the latest meeting. The assignments sometimes take a few seconds to get in there. So I'm going to click and I'm going to go into Classroom because all students should be going to Classroom anyways to check to see what they've got going on. So I've got this. Hey, look, due today. I've got the latest meeting. I can click on that. Here it is. Click on this latest meeting. And it's going to, wait, what? It got me into URL not found. That's because the teacher hasn't created the meeting yet. It's there as a link, but it doesn't actually become active until you, as the teacher, goes and clicks to open it. So let's close out of that. Stu can be left in here. I'm going to go over back as my teacher. I'm going to enter the meeting now as me. And you can see I can get in, shut off my camera and my microphone so we don't have any reverb. And I'm going to hit join now. So I'm in the meeting, okay? So now students at 11:45 would be able to then go over and say, hey, here we go. Here is the latest attempt. Hey, look, I can get in now because my teacher's in. So that'll tell me that my teacher is in and on the call. We'll hit this, and we'll actually shut that off too, and we'll hit join now. So now I am student, I'm in the meeting. One of the things that's always been a bother, and students haven't been doing this, but it is certainly a possibility. They would be able to copy this URL and be able to then get back in the meeting that way. But when you name it the way you named it in Classroom, they would not be able to get in. But let me show you something first. I'm in the meeting, and I want to be done, okay? We're done with this meeting, guys. We're done talking. I'm going to click the people there, right? So up here, people, I'm going to click that, and I'm going to hit down, and I'm going to say remove everyone from here. So I'm going to click on them all. I'm going to remove them. They're going to be gone. They're no longer in that meeting. I'm done with it. I want to be out. We're out. Okay. So we've exited the meeting. Everything's good. I still have one assigned, no turned in. I'm Stu. I'm going back. Hey, someone's removed you from the meeting. I now can't get to it, right? So I'm going to go back to my home screen and say, wait a minute, my meeting's no longer there. I don't see it. It doesn't exist. All right, well, I'm going to close out and I'm going to go back to this meeting. Well, I'm going to mark it as done because I showed up. Okay. Whew, done just in time. All right, so we went back in and we submitted it, and now I'm like, oh my God, I want to use this again, right? I want to get back to it. So I'm going to click on this sign in, and we're back to that message, URL not supported. Okay, so I was crafty, right? I copied and pasted. Now it's going to pop in and say, the meeting code you didn't work because it doesn't exist anymore according to Google. It's because it actually removed it. So it looks like it goes, and now they cannot get back into it. Sometimes, depending upon congestion, it might take a minute or two. But at that point, now we can't get back into it unless I, as a teacher, then click back on this guy. So I could go back and copy this assignment, recreate it with that same link, and it would not then again reopen until I, as the teacher, open it up again. So that is a beautiful way to be able to incorporate both Meet with Google Classroom and be able to restrict students from being able to access their Meets after.